Okay, think about this for a second. What connects, say, a 40,000-year-old cave painting with, I don't know, a viral TikTok video you saw yesterday?
Or a bedtime story your grandmother told you.
Exactly. Or even a huge Hollywood blockbuster. What's the common thread?
It's stories, isn't it?
It's stories. Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really pulling on this invisible thread of storytelling, humanity's narrative journey.
Right.
And our mission really is to unpack why we tell stories, how they profoundly shape our brains, our cultures, our emotions.
And maybe the most interesting part is showing you, the listener, that you're already a storyteller, even if you don't quite think of yourself that way. What's truly amazing, I think, is that storytelling isn't just, part of being human. It seems to be absolutely fundamental.
Fundamental how?
Well, we're going to dig into some pretty surprising science and cultural insights that just show how deeply narrative is embedded in us. It really makes you think, doesn't it? If stories are that vital, what does it tell us about ourselves?
That's a perfect place to start. Because stories, they existed way before books, right? Before alphabets, even before the wheat.
Oh, absolutely. Millennia before.
And you can literally see the evidence. These 40,000-year-old cave paintings in Indonesia, they aren't just pictures of animals.
No, they show narratives, action.
Yeah, you see hunters chasing prey or maybe tribes gathering together. It's kind of mind-blowing that this drive to tell a story, to show sequence, was there so early.
And that brings us right to the why, doesn't it? Why so early? It wasn't just for, passing the time.
Not just entertainment.
Not primarily, no. It was crucial, absolutely critical for survival.
How so? Survival.
Think about it. These early stories, they communicated vital info about danger. Don't go near that place, saber-toothed tigers, or shared knowledge about where to find food or water.
Okay. Practical stuff.
Very practical. And maybe even more important, they built community. Shared stories create shared identity, cohesion. That's vital for group survival.
And it connects right back to our biology, which is fascinating. There's this finding that when we hear a story, our brains release oxytocin.
Yes, the so-called empathy hormone.
Right.
And the implication of that is huge. Oxytocin connects us. It literally builds trust between people. And crucially, it helps us remember.
So that's why I can remember the plot of a movie I saw 10 years ago.
But maybe not a statistic you read last week.
Exactly.
Precisely. Because stories engage our emotions. They engage multiple parts of the brain. They light up more areas of the brain than just dry facts ever could.
So if you want something to stick,
tell a story. It's your most powerful tool for memory, for connection, for persuasion.
That's a really powerful idea. And it scales up, doesn't it? It's not just individual brains. Whole civilizations seem to be built on shared narratives.
Absolutely. Look at something like the Mahabharata in India, or Greek mythology.
Or the Bible, or countless folk tales everywhere. These weren't just, campfire tales. They were foundational.
They were the scaffolding, as you said. They provided the rules, the values, the shared understanding. It's fascinating. Even a modern nation like the United States.
Yeah.
It's not held together just by laws on paper. It's held together by powerful stories of freedom, equality, the American dream. These narratives create a shared identity.
And once you start looking, you see it everywhere.
Every company, right. They have brand story.
Every religion has a creation story.
Every nation, an origin story. It's never just the facts. It's the narrative we weave around them.
Exactly. Storytelling imposes meaning on, what can feel like chaos sometimes. It helps us make sense of the world. It tells us essentially who we are, where we came from, and why any of it matters.
Gives us context.
Purpose.
Vital context. Yep.
Thinking about how deep this runs.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, what's the first story you remember hearing? For me, it was probably something my grandmother told me, maybe about talking animals or something.
Oh, I definitely remember those. A Brave Little Tailor, I think.
Right. And those childhood stories, they feel like more than just fun, looking back.
They absolutely are. They're fundamental to our development. We think of them as just entertainment, but really, they're teaching crucial life skills.
Like what?
Well, empathy, for one. Putting yourself in the character's shoes. Also, decision-making, seeing characters make choices and face consequences. It's like a safe simulation for life.
And there's science behind this too, isn't there?
There is a really interesting scientific fact. Children who are read to regularly show significantly higher brain activity.
In specific areas.
Yes, specifically in brain regions related to imagination, the ability to visualize, to create mental pictures, and also emotional regulation, so understanding and managing feelings.
Wow. It's like exercise for the brain.
Exactly, building those crucial neural pathways.
And that link between imagination and, well, the future, that seems key. Imagination is basically thinking about what's possible, right?
Precisely. It's where innovation starts. That's why storytelling is so critical for progress. Without stories, without someone first imagining it,
We wouldn't have airplanes, rockets, smartphones.
exactly. Someone had to imagine those possibilities first, often inspired by fictional stories, before engineers could figure out the how. Story fuels invention.
Okay, so if stories are this fundamental, this deep in our wiring and our culture, it must mean that everyone listening, you're a storyteller every single day.
Absolutely, even if you don't wear the label storyteller.
Think about it, just explaining something that happened during your day to a friend,
That's narrative.
sharing a funny moment with your family,
Narrative structure.
trying to persuade colleagues in a meeting.
Definitely using storytelling techniques, whether you realize it or not.
And there's that fascinating detail about job interviews.
Oh yes, that's a great practical example. Research shows candidates who tell structured personal stories, framing their experience as a narrative are something like 40% more likely to get hired.
40%. That's huge.
It is, compared to those who just list facts or bullet points about their skills.
So for anyone listening who's prepping for an interview,
Don't just list what you did. Tell a mini story. Use that challenge, action, result framework. What was the problem you faced? What specific steps did you take? And what was the positive outcome? That shows so much more than just saying, I'm a problem solver.
it makes it real, it connects.
It builds that human connection. That's the core power.
So that emotional connection, that's really the secret sauce. Does it mean a really good story, even a fictional one, can sometimes land harder than a straightforward factual report? Because it sort of bypasses our logical defenses?
I think it often does, yes. Look at marketing, leadership, even just building strong friendships. Stories build trust. They let us see ourselves in others. We feel what the characters feel or what the storyteller felt. That creates a bond, a level of understanding that pure data often struggles to achieve. Emotion is a powerful driver.
And speaking of powerful drivers,
Yeah.
what about our fascination with heroes and villains?
Yes. The archetypes.
From ancient epics, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, all the way to Batman, Marvel, that we seem completely hooked on these figures. Why?
Well, the simplest answer is probably that they reflect us, or aspects of us.
How so?
The hero's journey, that whole cycle of call to adventure, trials, transformation, it mirrors our own struggles, doesn't it? Our own decisions, our hopes for growth.
And isn't there that concept, the hero's journey?
Yes, Joseph Campbell's work, it's a little-known fact for many, maybe, but his hero's journey monomyth is basically the blueprint behind hundreds of massive blockbusters.
Like Star Wars.
Star Wars, The Matrix, The Lion King, countless others. It resonates so deeply because it maps onto our own psychological landscape. It gives us a framework for our own lives.
And maybe helps us believe that we can also get through tough times, overcome pain, failure, fear.
I think that's exactly it. These stories show us that struggle is part of the process, that transformation is possible. The core message, really, in almost every great story is, you're not alone in this struggle. You can do this too. They offer reassurance, inspiration, resilience.
It's amazing how adaptable storytelling is, too. I mean, think about the shift. We went from gathering around a campfire,
Sharing oral tales.
but now scrolling through Instagram stories, binge-watching Netflix shows, people posting daily vlogs on YouTube. The technology is completely different.
Radically different. But, and this is the key point, the core hasn't really changed.
Moody.
Despite the platform, despite the speed, storytelling remains fundamentally human. That deep need to share experiences, to connect through narrative, it persists. We still crave being moved, learning, feeling understood.
Yeah, and here's an interesting insight I read. Even a TikTok video, something under 60 seconds long, it can still make you laugh or cry or learn something unexpectedly profound.
Absolutely. Because the real currency isn't the length of the story,
It's the emotion.
it's the emotional connection. How effectively does it land? How quickly can it make you feel something? That's the magic.
So in this digital age,
We are all digital storytellers now. Every social media post, every tweet, every short video, even a blog entry. It's a small narrative you're putting out into the world.
Shaping your own story online.
And contributing to the collective story, influencing how others see things piece by piece.
That leads to another angle, the healing power of stories. Have you ever, watched a really heartfelt movie when you were feeling down and just felt better afterwards?
Oh, definitely. Or even just writing things down in a journal.
Yes, there's a real sense of release, isn't there? Catharsis.
There absolutely is. And it's not just a feeling. Storytelling is actually used as a powerful therapeutic tool.
How does that work?
Well, psychologists use narrative techniques to help people, say, trauma survivors, reframe their experiences. By retelling their story, they can sometimes change their relationship to it, find a new perspective, find a path toward healing.
Giving them agency over their own narrative.
Exactly. And you see artists, writers, poets do this all the time, right? Turning personal pain into something meaningful, something beautiful through their craft, for processing it for themselves and often for others too.
And even on personal level, just writing your own story down, trying to make sense of your life events.
Yeah.
That can bring incredible clarity, maybe even closure sometimes.
For sure. And there's a scientific note here too. Narrative therapy is a recognized psychological method. It's not just a nice idea, it's a practice professionals use
To help people become
the authors of their own healing by consciously understanding and shaping their personal stories, taking back control of the narrative, you could say.
So wrapping this all up, it's just so clear, isn't it? Stories have had this absolutely monumental impact all through history.
Building empires, like you said earlier, saving lives through shared knowledge, sparking revolutions through shared ideals.
Yeah. And it strikes me that the most powerful stories, maybe they aren't always the loudest or the flashiest.
Often they're the ones that feel the most true, right? The ones that resonate on a really deep human level.
Exactly. So for everyone listening, whether you're a teacher, an artist, a parent, a student, whatever you do,
Your voice matters, your perspective matters, your story has value.
it really could change someone's life or inspire someone or just offer a moment of connection or comfort.
So tell it, write it down, share it, live it.
Because ultimately, the world is made of stories.
And you are one of them.